Hello, welcome back to a new reading vlog. Today is Tuesday, it is May the 10th, and I'm just home on my lunch break and thought perfect time to start this week's new reading vlog. I only have a few minutes because I have to go back to work in like 5 minutes. So I thought I would just very quickly tell you what I'm going to be reading this week, or what I'm going to be focusing on for at least the beginning of the vlog. So I am reading currently A Conjuring of Light by Blt Schwab, the third book in the Shades of Magic series. I am currently on page 139, so I'm about to start part 4, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a really quick book to get through, and I really like the characters and like kind of the action. I'm really interested to see where like the big bad thing is gonna go. If you watched any of my last few videos where I talked about the second book, A Gathering of Shadows, you'll know that I didn't really end up loving the second one as much as I wanted to, but I'm like much more invested in this one initially, and I'm happy about that. We're following the perspectives of several different characters, not only Kel and Lila, but also Prince Rai and Alucard, and a couple of other kind of perspectives are thrown in here and there. So I'm interested to see how everything kind of plays out as the book progresses. I think I'm gonna be able to finish it this week. I've basically been reading like a section or two a night ever since I started it. So I think if I just kind of focus on getting through it, then I can finish it this week, which would be fantastic because it's a big chunky book and I'd like to be done with it, but also I want to enjoy it. And so far I am. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Hopefully it won't get into like a little bit of a rut like the second book did, but we'll see. And then yesterday I took Luna on a little walk in the afternoon, and I've been really enjoying like listening to audiobooks when she and I go on our little walks. We basically only do like a mile around our neighborhood, but even just like that 20-25 minutes that we're out of the house, I can get some good audiobook listening in. So I started a new one yesterday, and that is Fiona and Jane by Jean Chen Ho, I believe is the author's name. This is a collection of short stories all about these two friends, Fiona and Jane. The stories alternate, so one story is from Fiona's perspective, the next one's from Jane's, and it kind of bounces around all throughout their lives, like from their early friendship, their childhood, all the way into their adulthood. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. I've only read the first 2 stories, and I'm excited to get more into it. I think this is going to be a short story collection that I won't really be able to appreciate the scope of it until I get to the end, because it's not a linear timeline. As far as I'm aware, I don't think it's a linear timeline, so it'll be interesting to see how it all kind of jumps around and fitting all the pieces together. I think it's going to be a really interesting short story collection. So I'm excited about that. I will check in later, probably when I get home from work. I'm really in the mood to make like a big chicken salad tonight. Gotta go back to work. I'm really in the mood to make like a big chicken salad tonight, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna have a chill night, but I will check in when I get home. Hello, it's later. It's actually almost 8 p.m. I decided to go do a little shopping after work today. I wanted to go to Target, and so I went to Target, and then I went to a couple other places, and then I finally came home and I took Luna on a walk, and we had a nice little jaunt around the neighborhood, and now it's almost 8 p.m. and I'm just about to cook dinner. We're gonna have one of my favorite things ever, and that is a chicken BLT salad. I really love just like big salads. I was in the mood for a salad today. I've been thinking about salad all day long, and so I told Cole that I wanted to have the salad for dinner tonight, and he said that sounds great. So he's just doing the dishes real quick so I can use the kitchen to make our big salad, and it's gonna be really good. I'm really hungry, so I'm really excited. One of the places I went this afternoon was to Dick's Sporting Goods, and I got myself a lid for my Hydro Flask that has a straw. My other lid was fine, but I decided that I really wanted to have a straw, so now I have one, and I'm happy about this. Been trying to drink more water, making a really concerted effort to drink more water. Hydro Flask definitely helps because I love it and carry it around with me everywhere, but this is gonna tip it over the edge for me. So now I'm updating the vlog, and I have a reading update. So first off, I listened to a few more stories of Fiona and Jane while we were taking our walk earlier, and even before that I was listening a little bit at work or on my way home from work, and then around the store. And so I'm on the 5th story, and it's about 40% in. I have about 4 hours of the audiobook left, but I'm listening to it on 2.25 speed, so we'll probably finish that relatively soon. Probably not tonight because I don't think I'm gonna listen to any more of it tonight. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I like these short stories because they're interconnected, so I am caring about the characters. It's not like typical short story collections where the stories sometimes don't have anything to do with each other. So I'm caring about all of these characters and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna keep going with it, obviously. Like I said earlier, I think it's going to be a short story collection that you really have to read all of before you understand and appreciate the scope. So there's that. Also, I read a little bit more of this today while I was at work. I'm up to page 195, so I'm on part 5. Read all of part 4 earlier. I'm still really enjoying it. I care about what's happening to each of these characters. Like, I want to know where the story's gonna go. It's hard to vlog about a third book in a series because I can't obviously talk about specific plot moments because I don't want to spoil it, but I can talk. There's like one little thing and it's not really a spoiler. Also, I'm like the last person on the planet to read the series, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But the kind of conflict so far of this book is that there's this bad guy that is infecting all of the people in Red London with his like desire to take over the world, essentially. And it's kind of like pandemic-y, which I wasn't really anticipating. It's like a poison that spreads via this fog, and so it's very like it's a sickness, obviously, which I wasn't anticipating. I feel like that's such a common trope for series, is there's always a book that involves some kind of like pandemic element, and I should have expected it, but I didn't really know to expect it because every single book in this series has been different. Like the first book was the introduction to the characters and the world and kind of had this like action adventure story, but you didn't really understand where it was going to go from the first book. And then the second book is featuring like a magical game where all these magicians are competing to be like the best magician of the land, and then you kind of get hints of where the like big bad is going to go. Like you're getting glimpses of it, but you don't really understand like exactly what's going to happen until book 3, obviously. And this is like the culmination of everything that we've learned so far. But also there's a pandemic, so I didn't know to expect it, but it's fine. Like it's not triggering to me. I've been consuming pandemic media all during our pandemic, but I just wasn't expecting it. So it's very interesting reading that. I'm not sure how long that bit is gonna last because it seems like they might have like a plan for it, but I'm not far enough in to really like know for sure if it's going to last or not. So far, still really enjoying it, and I can't wait to see how it continues and concludes because I just have a feeling that not all the characters are gonna make it out. But now I'm gonna go cook dinner. I think I'm going to put on Netflix and watch some New Girl while I cook because that's just kind of what I'm in the mood to do. And then I'll read some more of this probably tonight, and I will check in maybe one more time before I go to bed, or I might just wait until tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is 7:35. I'm just about to go to work. I'm ready a little bit early today. I don't usually leave for another 10 minutes or so, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave early, I think, and just get to work a little early. I thought I would just check in really quick while I get my coffee ready to go. I'm using the Chobani oat coffee creamer in the flavor vanilla this morning. Do you ever have those days where you're like, I want my coffee to taste like coffee today? And then sometimes you have those days where you're like, I want my coffee to taste not like coffee today. I'm having a not taste like coffee day today. Like, I want the coffee, but I don't know. I want it a little sweeter. Here's the fit for the day. It's a black tank top and a pink and black maxi skirt. Anyway, I don't have any reading updates. I didn't read any more last night, but I'm gonna read today. Gonna get good progress made in both my books. Probably gonna finish Fiona and Jane, and then maybe try to at least get to the 300-page mark in The Conjuring of Light. That's my plan. I will check in later, maybe on my lunch break, maybe after work. I don't know, because it kind of depends on how the day goes. Hello, it is later. It's about 6:30. I got home from work and Luna and I went on a little walk. We actually took a longer walk today. We went to the neighborhood next to ours and we did like 2.5 miles today, which felt great. It was great. I feel good. I like this getting outside and getting some exercise every day thing. Even if it's just a little bit here and there, it makes me feel good. So I I'm gonna drink some water now because I'm thirsty. Thought I'd do a quick reading update. It is, like I said, it's about 6:30 and I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna go eat some dinner. And then my friend is coming over in a little while and we're just gonna hang out, watch TV and stuff. I haven't seen her in a couple weeks, so we're gonna just hang out for the evening. But I thought before all that, I would do a quick reading update because I have a reading update. So first off, making progress in A Conjuring of Light. I'm now up to page 235. I'm about to start part 6, I believe. Yes. So I'm nearing like the 40% mark, which is about the time that I like gave up on A Gathering of Shadows for almost 2 months. But I'm so invested in this. Like I'm absolutely loving it. I can't wait to see where it goes. I know I keep saying that. I keep just repeating myself, but it's hard to talk about a third book in a series without spoiling it, and also just convey how much I'm really, really enjoying this, and I cannot wait to find out what's going to happen next. I feel like this little solution that they've come up with for the problem is not going to work because there's still so much book left, but I think it's gonna end up being really good. I'm really excited about continuing on with that. So feeling great about that. Also today I did finish listening to the audiobook of Fiona and Jane by Jean Chen Ho. I really ended up enjoying it. It's probably one of my favorite short story collections that I've ever read. I mentioned yesterday that this is a short story collection told in alternating perspectives from Fiona and Jane. They're friends. They grew up in Los Angeles together, and this collection spans basically like their 2 decades of friendship and kind of what happens in their lives as they grow apart and come back together, and how their friendship grows and changes over so much time. It's told in, like I said, alternating perspectives, and then the timeline, it jumps all over the place. It's not told in a linear fashion. It kind of jumps around in their various ages. And like I said, I ended up enjoying it. I really did like it, but I did have a couple of problems with it. First of all, there was like some fat phobia in it that I didn't appreciate and was never challenged, and it never really like went away. There was several times in several stories where they would talk about like a character being overweight and being disgusting, and I didn't appreciate that. Like I didn't like it. I thought it was weird. Like it didn't add anything to the story to mention these people's weights that were not even really like present in the story. They were like side characters or like brief mentions of characters. They weren't like consequential to the story whatsoever. So it felt weird to bring all of that into it. My other problem was that I don't really know if the like short story format of this really added anything to the story and the like non-linear timeline. I think this could have been just as effective or even more so if it had been like a regular novel and it had been told in a normal timeline. I don't know why. I didn't feel like anything was added to the story by jumping around in time, except for like all these questions that I would get like prompted to ask in stories, and then I wouldn't get answered until like 3 or 4 stories later. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed the characterization of both Fiona and Jane. I think I enjoyed Fiona's stories a little bit more. I connected with her a little bit more, but overall I thought this was a really solid short story collection, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. I also think the audiobook was really good. The narrator did a really great job, so I liked it. I would recommend it. I finished that when I was at work earlier. Right after lunch I came back and I listened to the last story. So I finished that, and I needed a book to listen to on our walk tonight. So I decided to start the audiobook for Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I have had this on Libro FM for a little while, and I finally decided to pick it up, and honestly I'm absolutely loving it. I don't really know much about like the plot of the book in general, except for that it focuses on these 2 friends who have had a bit of a complicated friendship over the years, and the like format of the story is that they are writing letters back and forth to each other. They don't live in the same area anymore, so they keep in contact with each other by writing these letters. I've only listened to about 20% of it so far, so I'm not like super far in, but I feel the plight of the late 20s and I enjoy it a lot. Like I just love reading about it. I don't know why, because these characters are having thoughts and opinions and feelings very similar to my own in terms of like where they are in their lives and what they want to do, and just in general I'm connecting with it so much, and I'm really enjoying it. I absolutely loved Normal People when I read it last year. It was probably my favorite book that I read in 2021, and so to be enjoying this one just as much, if not more. It just feels great. If I end up enjoying this one as much as I think I will, I think that Sally Rooney is like inching her way into my all-time favorite authors list. And if I end up enjoying Conversations with Friends as well, which I think I'm going to, because it seems like it's very similar to what she writes, I think, yeah, she's gonna be like a new all-time favorite. That she's gonna be like an auto buy, auto read, like want everything that she puts out kind of person. It's been a while since I've added an author to my like all-time favorites list, but Sally Rooney, she's doing it for me and I love it. I'm gonna go eat dinner now. I'm probably gonna have some more salad because we still have a little bit of salad, and I will check in. Hello, happy Friday. I'm sorry if you can hear the dishwasher in the background. I've got that going right now, Cold did the dishes, and it's Friday. I just got home from work. It's about 5:15. I didn't end up vlogging yesterday because after work my friend came over and we hung out for a little while and watched some TV. But I have a little bit of a reading update. Today I finished listening to the audiobook for Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, and I absolutely loved it. It was so good. Sally Rooney is one of those authors that is such a like lover or hater kind of author, I think. Like, you're either really gonna jive with her books or you're not. And for some reason, she's like exactly my brand of pretentious try hard, and I love it. I love her books. I haven't read Conversations with Friends yet, but I just imagine it's gonna be similar because I feel similarly about both Normal People and Beautiful World, Where Are You? But the feeling I get from reading her books is the same feeling I get when I listen to Melodrama by Lorde, which is like my all-time favorite album. It's just this like kind of hopeless feeling that also makes complete sense. I don't really know how to explain it. I really love her books, and Beautiful World, Where Are You was no exception. It was really good. I think she's definitely solidifying herself as like an all-time favorite author for me. Just something about it resonated with me, and I just appreciate the storytelling and the craft and the characters and the struggles of your late 20s, early 30s that she has made her brand. Get up here. So yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I loved the audiobook. I actually have already pre-ordered a physical copy. The paperback's coming out in a couple weeks, and so I pre-ordered a physical copy of the paperback so I can put it on my shelves because I loved it. 5 stars. 5 stars. I'm having a really great May. I've had a lot of 5-star reads so far this month, and I'm not mad about it at all. As far as A Conjuring of Light is concerned, I am up to page 323, so I'm like just at the halfway point. You can't really see my bookmark, but it is there. I'm still really enjoying this. I haven't read in the last couple days because, like I said, my friend has come over the last couple of nights and we've just been hanging out and haven't been doing a lot of physical reading. Cole's not here right now. I need to go run a couple errands, and Luna and I have been going on little afternoon walks, but it's a little hot today, so we're gonna wait until probably about 7 and then go when it's a little bit cooler, because the sun will be going down. So I think right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just watch TV, hang out, because I'm like in this phase where I want to consume all of it. I actually finally started watching the Hulu adaptation of Normal People, and I really love it. I'm on episode, I think 7 or 8, and it's really good. Like, it's just reminding me why I love that book so much, and it's almost more emotional watching the show. I'm almost appreciating the story more because I'm getting to see it play out. Actually, it's kind of making me want to reread the book because I really love the show a lot. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna finish watching the episode I was watching earlier right now, and I'm gonna have a little afternoon after work snack, hang out until time to take Luna on a walk. So this weekend is actually going to be kind of exciting because I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. I'm finally getting this chopped off. Not all of it. I'm just going to get a little bit cut. I'm sticking with the middle part, which I don't have going on today because I've got a ponytail. But I think I'm going to do some like curtain bangs or something. I'm going to a hairdresser I've never been to before. I know nothing about her. And that's a big deal for me because I've been going to the same person my entire life. The very first person that ever cut my hair up until tomorrow is the only person that's ever cut my hair. So that's a thing. That's what's going on this weekend. I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna hang out with my friends, my family, get my hair cut, and it's gonna be a good weekend. Hello, happy Saturday. We are well into the day. It is currently 4:45. I just now am vlogging for the first time. I got my hair cut today. I'm way obsessed with it. This is like post workout, run, shower. I haven't washed it yet. She washed it at the salon this morning, and then this is what we're working with now. But I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So, like I said, it is already like 4:45 and don't have much going on today. just hanging out. My grandmother is in town. She's gonna stop by and see us for a little bit. And then our friends are coming over later. But yeah, I went on my like daily walk with Luna. That's what I meant when I said workout / run, because I didn't work out or run. I just took a walk. I haven't really done much reading, like physically reading, because I just haven't. But on my walk the last couple days, I have been listening to the audiobook for What I Talk About When I Talk About Running by Haruki Murakami, which is a memoir about running, but it's also about being a writer and like creativity and finding like discipline to continue doing the things that you are passionate about. And I am really enjoying it. I'm like 2/3 of the way in, and I'm listening to it on 2x speed. So I have about 43 minutes left. So that'll be perfect for tomorrow. If I don't know, we might go hiking tomorrow, so I might not be listening to anything tomorrow. It'll be perfect for like the last stretch of like the last bit of it will be perfect for a walk. Yes, it's about running, and it talks a lot about running and like the like discipline of running. But like I said, it talks a lot about like creativity and being a writer, and just like I think a lot of the principles that he is talking about like applying to running can also be applied to anything really, any job, any hobby, any like I don't know, anything that you're passionate about. I think you can definitely think about these things. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking it, and like I said, probably be finishing that pretty soon. So now I'm just gonna hang out. My grandmother's coming by here in just a few minutes, and I need to just kind of like pick up my house a little bit before she gets here, because I'm sure they'll come in and it's kind of gross inside. It's mostly clean. It's just like tidying up a little bit. Like I just need to do that. So I'm gonna do that real quick while they're on their way. Then our friends are coming over later to like hang out, play games and stuff. So honestly, probably not a lot more reading happening today. I'm obsessed with my hair. Got some little like curtain bangs going on. The girl that did it, she did a really great job. I really liked her, and I definitely will go back to her. She made it like a nice experience going to someplace new. That's what we've been up to today. Cole's mowing the yard right now. So he's outside. Pretty boring Saturday, to be honest. Like we're just chilling. We're just hanging out, just chilling, just not doing a lot. So, and that's how I like it sometimes. So I'll check in later when I have more to talk about. Hello, happy Monday. It is currently 6 o'clock on Monday afternoon, evening-ish. And I just got home from work. I went to the grocery store after work and did a little grocery shopping. And now I'm home and I'm just relaxing for a little bit, probably like 30 to 45 minutes before I cook dinner. And I didn't vlog yesterday because I wasn't home really. We ended up going hiking with some friends. We were gone for like the majority of like the late afternoon or late morning, early afternoon. And then when we got home, I was exhausted and I took a nap, and it stormed. And so I just didn't want to do anything. So I didn't really do anything. I did a little laundry in the evening and made a grocery list, like made a little meal plan for the week, made a grocery list. And that was about the extent of my Sunday. So I didn't vlog yesterday. But I thought I would end this vlog by talking about the book that I finished today. I like to listen to audiobooks when I go grocery shopping. I think I've talked about that before, but I definitely like to listen to audiobooks when I go grocery shopping. And today I listened to the last like 30-ish% of What I Talk About When I Talk About Running by Haruki Murakami. I kind of reviewed this already earlier in the vlog. I think my last clip or a couple clips ago I was talking about this. What I said in my last clip is still true. Like the end of it didn't really change my mind on it. In fact, it just kind of like solidified what I already thought, which was that this was a really cool memoir, a really cool running memoir, as well as just like a nice little insight into like creativity and building habits and discipline in your craft. And overall, I really enjoyed it. And I definitely think that it's a book that I will revisit in the future. It's one of those books that I think the more times you read it, the more you'll get out of it. So the more beneficial it would be to like keep revisiting it over and over. So I definitely think that that's a book that will be kind of like in my repertoire of books to revisit, reread, and like get more out of, you know? Yeah, that was pretty much my week. I finished some things, I started some things. I'm still like 50% through A Conjuring of Light. I haven't touched it in a couple of days. Not because I don't want to, just I haven't really been in the mood to read physically, so I haven't like made the effort to read physically. So I will not be reviewing that in this vlog. Hopefully we'll finish it in the next one, like in the next week. I'm gonna try to like get back to focusing on that and getting through it. I'm still like in this really great reading headspace where all I want to be doing is reading, which feels amazing. But yeah, thanks for watching this vlog. Sorry it was a little bit uninteresting. Sorry that I wasn't as consistent this week, but next week will be great. I'm just counting on it. Next week's gonna be great. So stick around for another vlog coming at you soon. Also, I'm gonna try to film some actual sit-down videos soon, so look forward to that. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I mentioned in this video and what you thought about them. Do you have similar or different opinions to me? I'd really love to know. Also, what have you been reading? What are you currently reading? What are you gonna prioritize this week? I'd love to know that as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!